you know, for the Iranian people in the park. I mean, in the Civic Center.
Okay, but we're running clean out of time, so we're going to allow our guests to answer your question, sir, or your comment.
I think if concerning this about the criminals, war criminals, Israel, the world deal with Israel as over the law, international law. Because you know why? Because United States of America, the whole issue, Israel is protected by United States.
Absolutely.
And this is like, it's the sad part, like, we thought that maybe some changes will happen with the new administration by Barack Obama, but nothing changed until now. Israel is still different. Look for someone like Lieberman. He's like representing a fascist party in Israeli parliament, and you are welcoming, the American administration welcoming him, which he spoke in very clear way about destroying, using chemical weapons against the people in Gaza. He
talked about running them into the sea.
Exactly,
oh, yeah.
And still we welcome them.
Yeah.
This is
he's
like
a
the
real
sad
fascist.
part, yeah. And they consider us terrorists because we are speaking about our rights according to the international law.
Let's talk just a little bit, if we can squeeze in the siege that the caller mentioned, the 22-day siege of Gaza Strip, during which, 14,000 people or 1,400 people lost their lives, including babies and women, and it was almost all civilians. And they bombed schools, mosques, homes,
everything.
hospitals, and refused to allow any
UN cars, UN schools.
Yes, UN school. Yeah, the UN school was demolished. Talk a little bit about that.
This was one thing that I would have to say the U.S. media finally paid more attention than they would usually pay in terms of what happens in the Palestinian territories. During the 22-day offensive, everyone was a target. They said this was a war on Hamas. The reality was after the 22-day siege, when international observers came to see what happened, because they weren't allowing any media to come in, obviously because of the catastrophes that were going on inside and the massacres that were going on inside. Even some Israeli soldiers came out recently and said, they told us to shoot at anything. They said, if you have to shoot, shoot. Do what you got to do.
And they killed a lot of children.
And they killed a lot of children, yeah. About a third of those who passed away were children, yeah. Sometimes they would tell the children to leave their homes because there is a Hamas militant in the house or there's a bomb in the house, please leave your home. They would take this family, sometimes often of 20 to 30 folks. They'd take them and say, move to this house.
Yes.
They would move to this house and then they would bomb that house. This is something that's documented. It's documented by the Human Rights Watch, documented by Amnesty International, the International Lawyers Guild. All these folks have documented this. And
we got about 2 minutes left, and I just wanted to add very quickly, and please jump in, how many people, Richard Falk of the UN, Cynthia McKinney has tried to get, went on the Free Gaza boat lift. Alice Walker is there now. So many people.
Jimmy Carter
was there. I mean, Desmond Tutu was there. So many people of great respect in the world have tried to call attention to the horrors and the horrible siege of Gaza, where medicines, food, electricity is scarce, water is scarce, the sewage plants have been blown up, all kinds of horrifying conditions exist, and no aid is allowed to get in. And this is just terrible. And I just don't understand why more people in the United States don't rise up, because how much money do we give Israel? Our tax dollars.
$6 billion a year.
How much?
$6 billion a year.
$6 billion. I've heard higher figures when you add in other
military
resources,
support.
military support, and so on. And so, but what is it? The tail seems to be wagging the dog. The presidents tell that Netanyahu or the prime minister or whoever it is, Bush, was called away one time, and he just left the stage to respond to the former prime minister. It's unbelievable how they just drive over the U.S. heads of state.
Yeah. Actually, what's going on in Gaza, it's continuous. And what's going on in Gaza and West Bank, it's continuous to the same policy it was started before 1948 until now. It's the ethnic cleansing policy, make it difficult for the Palestinian people to survive, even try to uproot the Palestinian people from their land. It's a continuous policy,
And
and
it's
it's supported. It's supported by United States of America. And the people in America, they have big responsibility in their shoulders.
We need to boycott Israeli goods and so on. I have to thank you so much, Nadeen and Ziad, for being my guests here on Freedom. Thank Chris for board opping. Thank you, viewers, for watching. And there's an announcement if we can squeeze in real quick.
Yeah, we have like tonight an event to support the native delegation to Palestine, which they are going in August. And I hope the people, they can visit the website of Mecca or SNAG, and they can
Middle
get
East
more
Children's
information.
Alliance to get more information.
It's
Thank
on
you.
800 Chestnut Avenue at the San Francisco Art Institute.
All right.
Yeah, she's
And thank you so very much. And